Okay, with me now is House Intelligence Ranking Republican Devin Nunes on the breaking news about Hunter Biden. It's great to see you, sir. U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware investigating Hunter's tax affairs. Your reaction?
Well, look, I want to congratulate Ron Johnson and his U.S. Senate team, along with Senator Grassley from Iowa. They did a hell of a job on this, and that's why we know what we know. It's because of the great work that they did. So this is long overdue. This probably should have been investigated many, many years ago. Now let's just see. We have this ongoing problem here in Washington where Republicans and conservatives tend to be treated differently than Democrats. Let's hope that they get to the bottom of all this. Let's hope that people are prosecuted and held accountable, just like people were totally mistreated during the Trump administration.
Yeah, it looks like this investigation from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware started reportedly in 2018. That's the same year that the Chinese energy deal Hunter was working on with China, that Chinese company, collapsed. And then Hunter started getting paid, allegedly in side deals via shell companies and off-balance sheet vehicles. That's what the Senate report found. Antonio Bobulinski was talking about that, too. And it involves suspicious activity reports and the like out of Treasury and bank documents as well. So it's unclear. Where is this headed?
Well,
I mean, because
Liz, what I would
has
say
potential political damage for Joe Biden. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, what I would say is that I don't believe this was anything but a cover-up by people at the FBI. And I only say that because that's what I've been through the last 4 years, 5 years, dealing with these cats. So I don't believe that for a second. I think the only reason is because we had a brave American, Mr. Bobulinski, that came forward. There was overwhelming evidence, and we have real leadership here at the Department of Justice with Bill Barr. So now we will see if this continues, or will they do like they normally did, where we have tarmac meetings at airports with people, with the new Attorney General, whoever that may or may not be, depending on the outcome of this. So I am, by no stretch of the imagination, can we let up on this? There seems like there's overwhelming evidence, and this should have been investigated a long time ago. Let's hope for hope for the best.
It looks like there's a grand jury investigation. It's unclear whether Hunter is the subject or the target. And reports coming in, investigators are looking into, associated with the U.S. Attorney's Office, into Hunter Biden's laptop, where a lot of this pay-to-play conflicts of interest information is coming out involving the Biden family. You know, Joe Biden is still not implicated in this, but it matters for foreign policy. It involves China, and it involves Ukraine. Your word on this before we move on to another story. Go ahead.
Well, look, I think it's important to remember, this was when the President of the United States was being impeached for bogus accusations about nefarious dealings with Ukraine. Let's not forget Joe Biden was obviously had his issues with Ukraine, his issues with China. So I think he's very much involved. And look, I have concern now that this investigation will be squashed. So we're probably going to have to look at, and I'll talk to my colleagues in the Senate and the House, this probably needs to be a special counsel, similar to like we now have a special counsel with Durham that's going to continue to look at the Russia hoax.
Well, who's going to appoint that? Are you going to push for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think judiciary members already have been pushing for that. Let's see what comes out in the coming weeks. But the way this has all been, it's very murky. I'm glad they're investigating it, but we have to hold them accountable.
Okay, Congressman, on to this story. You and Congressman Democrat Eric Swalwell, you both sit on House Intelligence. Do you think Swalwell, did he ever tell you about the suspected Chinese spy Fang and his dealings with her? And final word, do you think he should step down from House Intelligence over what's going on?
Well, look, this is something that was all new to the American public and to many people in Congress. And I think the answers so far that we're seeing out of Swalwell, who ran around, let's not forget, for 4 years, accusing everyone of being Russian agents. Let's not forget, he was what I call a P-tape truther. He was promoting the dossier, the Steele dossier that involved supposedly Donald Trump and prostitutes and all this stuff. Well, the whole time he knew that he had some of his own issues. I think we have a situation of the pot calling the kettle black. So look, I think everybody needs to know what did he know, when did he know it, what's been done since, what are Pelosi's feelings about this.
Are you going to push for a probe? Are you going to push for a probe of this?
Well, look,
should he step down from House Intelligence?
At this point, this is not a decision that I get to make at this time. I think you've already seen our leader, Kevin McCarthy, has said that he should actually resign from Congress. Look, he has time here to come out and tell us what he said, and then we'll see, is he going to get reappointed to the House Intelligence Committee next year? If that happens, that will be something that comes into my jurisdiction, and then we'll seriously have concerns about it.
All right, Congressman Devin Nunes, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Liz.